Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. So I'm gonna make an effort to post more videos on this channel. I have another channel that I tend to really focus on, but judging by the way that's going, I'm feeling like that it's about time to just kind of let that do what it needs to do and focus on something that could possibly work. And then that channel is more entertainment rather than me just actually having a legit discussion about certain topics that I feel that I should put my 2 cents in, right? So today's topic, I've been seeing a lot of videos popping up on YouTube about this specific topic, and I wanted to put my 2 cents in because I truly believe that the input that I have to offer may help a good bit of y'all out there. For this video, I want to speak to the men, because I know there's a lot of men out here dealing with loneliness. They're dealing with the feeling of not feeling worthy, feeling like they're not enough, feeling like, they're always being played with, and all this fun stuff that happens in the dating scene today, because the dating scene's a complete mess. A lot of people are dating from trauma responses instead of actually doing the work to heal whatever's causing that trauma response and then date. So you're seeing the effects of that now. But I want to talk to the guys because I've been seeing a lot of videos of men coming on YouTube and just talking about their negative experiences, talking about how the female counterpart will play games and you think you're safe, but then she'll start playing games months in and you think all is good and you think everything's cool, and then they'll switch up on you, they'll stop responding to you, or they'll go to someone else out of nowhere and you're like, what happened? And a lot of guys are feeling a little bit defeated by this concept and stuff like that. A lot, these situations. A lot of guys are feeling defeated. They feel like, well, what's the point, right? And I get you. I've been there a lot of times. For an example, about not even a year ago, but last year, but latter part of last year, I was dealing with somebody who I thought that we had a genuine connection, and I was really excited about it because this is the first person in a long time that I was excited to date, I guess. And things was going pretty well, at least in my opinion, and then all of a sudden within 2 weeks she just switches up and it's just like, hey, I have a guy that was here before you and I'm gonna just go back with him to kind of see where things go. And I was a bit broken up about it. I was like, golly, I thought we were cooking. Apparently not. Old boy and her was cooking better than I was cooking. So cool. That has nothing to do with me. It is what it is. And so I was a little heartbroken, heartbroken for a couple days. And then after a couple days, I got over it because that's just kind of life. You're going to meet people. You're going to have little butterflies, and either it goes somewhere or it doesn't go anywhere. Whatever happens, you just got to take it to the chin, and it'll go away in a couple days, pretty much. And it's not like that's the first time this happened to me. I've dated girls who was like, hey, yeah, I'm into it. And then next moment, poof, gone. And what kept me sane for the most part with these sort of situations is where my values lie as a man. And one of my biggest values that's more important to me than anybody on this planet is my peace of mind. That takes precedent over everything. Whether you're a woman, whether you're a friend of mine, a dude friend of mine, whether you are a person just randomly out there, out in the world that needs something. If your issues impede on my peace of mind, I am going towards that door. I am walking out, and I'm not really making a whole big thing about it. Or if your issues or whoever's issues makes them make a decision to go in a different direction, please walk in that direction, because I will prefer to have my peace of mind, my mental mental, sanctity than have to deal with somebody who doesn't even know where they are, right? And so when I hear guys on YouTube talk about, how, well, one moment everything will be good, next moment she'll switch up. My advice to you is that, okay, once she switches up, the door is right there. Tell her, let the door hit you with the good Lord splitter, and good Lord, good luck. No more of this. We need to stop making one person seem like, it's the end all be all. And I know, like, well, this has not happened just once. This has happened multiple times. And I know it's happened multiple times to me. But the key to that is understanding your peace, understanding your peace of mind, and understanding that that's more important than people who will just come and go. And if you have that cornerstone, if you have that centerpiece, when people do stuff like that, they switch up on you last minute, or she says she cares about you, and then the ex from like a year or a month, 2 months, 3 months ago decides to walk back in, and she's like, I'm gonna go back with him. It'll hurt, it'll sting, like, dang, I thought we had something cooking. But then, like, in 3 days, 4 days, you'd be like, bye. Like, what do you want me to do? Cry over you? Like, oh, why are you leaving me? I had a family planned. I had a whole life planned. I had the wedding set up for next week. Like, it ain't that serious. Because a lot of people out here, like I said before, are dating from a traumatic response, and they're not really looking for the right partner. They're looking for something to get them out of their heads or whatever's going on with them. They're looking for that escape. And there are certain guys that may not be you that can provide that escape. And there's certain guys that can't provide that escape because, especially if you're looking for something real and authentic, you can't escape the trauma. You have to face it. So if you're one of those people that are approaching these people with an authentic sort of vibe, they understand what they're looking for, what they're going for, and you're getting wishy-washy, well, these people are realizing that they have to deal with that trauma, and they don't want to deal with it because what your energy, what your presence is doing is it's forcing them to say, hey, I got to deal with this. Because this person looks like they've dealt with their stuff. They're sure of themselves. They understand where they're coming from. They know what they're doing. They know what they're looking for. So it seems like they dealt with what they're dealing with. Or if they haven't dealt with it, they're doing their best to deal with it right now to where it's not impeding on this connection. But for the other person, whatever they're dealing with is impeding on the connection, or it will impede on the connection. And so they decide they want to make an exit. Let them go. Here's a secret that I wish I learned in my 20s, but I grasped it in my 30s. That girl that you're crazy about right now, who maybe broke your heart, maybe who didn't give you what you thought, didn't give you the direction you thought you were going into, who switched up on you last minute. That girl, there's going to be a good bit of other girls that are going to give you that same feeling of butterflies and romance and all that stuff. It's not exclusively to her. That one that switched up on you is dealing with a lot of crap mentally, emotionally, and possibly something going on in the physical world. We don't know. And if she thinks that the door is the best option, let her choose the door. Do not pursue her, because all you're going to do is say, hey, I want to deal with this trauma in my life. And all that's going to do is bring trauma into she may not even choose you anyway. She may start messing with a whole bunch of dudes and leave you as an option. Right? It's like, oh, when I'm done messing with Tom, Dick, Harry, and Mo over here, then I'll choose to mess with you. Do you really want that for yourself? Or do you want someone who wants to be with you? And if it takes time, it takes time. But that's why having that cornerstone, that's why having that my peace of mind, my mental health is important. That's why having that cornerstone is so important, because when girls do that, when guys do that, it goes for girls too, who's dealing with guys that are wishy-washy or whatever. You're not like, oh God, no, my life is over. I'll never love again. You're just like, all right, all right. Bye. Like, what do you want me to do? Be like, I'm gonna meet some other girl next week or next 2 months who's gonna be just like you. And hopefully her mind's together to where she has all the good things you have, but not all the crap you're dealing with. So that way maybe we can move forward. If that's not the case, then whoop-de-whoop. I got my peace. I got my peace of mind. I got everything I need. I got a roof over my head. I got food in my stomach. I got a bed to sleep in. I got internet to do my work. I got booze to relax me. What am I complaining about? Like, what am I complaining about? There's nothing to complain about. Women are come and go. Men will come and go. People will come and go, people. That's the way this works. That's the way this experience works. We can go on the internet and talk about how evil men are, or evil women are, but humans have both good and evil sides to them. It's not exclusively just one. There's not just one side. There's both sides. When you're acting from a healthy standpoint, you'll get the good. When you're acting from an unhealthy standpoint, you're going to get the bad. You got to make sure you find the one who's going to be acting from a healthy standpoint as opposed to an unhealthy standpoint. So if you got your heart broken by someone who switched up to someone who disrespected you, who chose someone else, who cheated on you, whatever, remember how important your peace, your mental clarity, your mental sanity, your mental health, your peace of mind, your stability. Remember how important that is. That is the most important thing in this equation. If these people are doing stupid shit to impede on that peace, take your foot, put it on their ass, and kick them out the goddamn door, because you ain't got time for this shit. Men, we got so much work to do. We have so many things that we should be doing. We have so many things that we should be building. Crying over some chick that don't want you ain't gonna fix your problems, dude. It's gonna make it worse. Take it from somebody who cried over girls for 10 years. Oh, I really liked this girl and she didn't want me. I felt like we had a connection. She was my soulmate. And then she said, nah, dude, the boy over there, my soulmate, I don't know who belonged to you. And what was I doing? I was crying. I was depressed. I was heartbroken. And then I turned 30 and realized, like, I'm a man. Like, this is stupid. I have work to do. I have things I have to build. So when I do find the woman that I want to have children with, I have something for the kids to have. I give my kids things that I didn't have growing up. I give my wife, my mom didn't have when she was raising us. My job is to break the curses of my family. My job is to break all this bullshit that was given to me when I was a kid. And that means focusing on myself, my mental health, making sure I'm straight so that way I can take care of other people. Girls are going to switch up. Girls are going to do this. They're going to do that. They're going to choose other dudes. They're going to screw other dudes. They're going to have high body counts, low body counts, whatever the case. I'm not concerned with that. My concern is with my mental health, my stability, my peace. If I want to go have some fun, there's ways for me to have fun. Trust me, that's not hard. If I'm feeling lonely, let's go have some fun. You find ways. There's ways. There's a lot of ways. There's a lot of ways. But in regards to relationship, there has to be a mutual understanding of where we're going. There has to be a mutual understanding of where we see our future heading. And if we don't have the same vision, it ain't gonna work. If she's not secure in herself, it ain't gonna work. That's not my job to worry about whether she's secure in herself, whether she loves me or not. My job is to worry about whether I love myself and whether I'm secure in myself. And to my guys that are dealing with this crap, worry about yourself. Worry about how secure you are in yourself. That means going to the gym, go to the gym. That means picking up a different hobby, pick up a hobby. But you got to worry about your mental state, your mental clarity, your mental peace. You got to worry about your peace of mind, all that stuff. That's more important than chasing every girl that don't want you. Because trust me when I say this, those little butterflies and feelings you feeling right now for the girl that broke your heart and now you just left with nothing, there's going to be another person that's going to do that. And another person. 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 And another person.
3 hours later.
And another person. 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 and another person.
6 hours later.
And another person. It just keeps going on and on and on and on and keeps on knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting. It's the same. It's like, guys, like, don't destroy your life. Don't get in a funk that's so hard to get out of that you end up setting yourself back for someone who does not see your value. They will come. So if you got your heart broken, if you're dealing with someone who you thought it was going in the right direction and you decide to switch up, that's the best thing that could have happened to you, because now they somebody else's problem, not yours. Your job is to become secure in yourself, to when that happens, all right, well, it stings. Might sting for a couple days, but about a week, you talking to somebody else, and it's cool. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like, share, subscribe, because I need to grow subscribers on this channel, because that other channel ain't doing nothing for me at this point. Hope you have a good one. Take care. Be strong. I'll see you in the next video.